Today, the character is Pontius Pilate. He's the key character. Pilate, as the governor of Judea, has some responsibility. His responsibility is to administer justice, but he fails miserably. Pilate, in fact, is not a good governor. In this position, you need to be a diplomat. Pilate, he's a tyrant, stubborn, often tactless, ruthless. The Jews, they hate him. He's not in good favor with Caesar either. Then Pilate encounters Jesus. An angry Jewish mob brings Jesus to Pilate. And they shout, "This man, he's a criminal. We want you to execute him. If you don't, you're no friend of Caesar's." So they're saying, "Hey, Pilate, your record's not good. And we've reported you before. And if you don't do exactly what we want, we're going to report you again and you're out of here." So Pilate's in a dilemma. He has a difficult choice. It's his job or it's Jesus. Now, Pilate knows that Jesus is innocent. He knows the corruption of the accusers. He even receives special counsel from his wife, who has this dream from God. He has the comparison between Jesus and Barabbas. He has more than enough information to make the right choice. But he refuses to decide. He refuses to make a decision. So Pilate asks, "Well, what shall I do with Jesus?" And to avoid deciding about Jesus, that's kind of like a skydiver avoiding the decision about pulling the ripcord. Not to decide is to decide. So what Pilate does, he actually makes a selfish decision. He tries to be neutral. In Matthew 27, it says, when Pilate saw he was getting nowhere, but that instead an uproar was starting, he took water and he washed his hands in front of the crowd. And he said, "I'm innocent of this man's blood." He said, "It's your responsibility." Pilate, what he does is he yields big time to peer pressure. He does what's politically correct. He saves his skin and he allows Jesus to be murdered. Again, not to decide is to decide, and it's cowardly. Pilate knows deep down that he's made a choice. All the water in the world will not wash his hands of the guilt. Pilate, he might save his job temporarily, but he loses his self-respect, his peace of mind, probably his soul. In fact, Scripture says, "What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world if he loses his soul?" I think one of the most tragic words in the human language must be the word almost. Almost speaks of missed opportunity. I almost climbed the mountain. We almost reached our goal. I almost closed the deal. We almost got there in time. We all have these almost experiences. But Pilate, he's the most infamous almoster, right? He almost releases Jesus. He almost declares him not guilty. He almost says, "I dismiss all the charges because this man, he's innocent." He almost set Jesus free. He almost did, but he didn't. He could have, almost. Well, Pilate's not the only one who plays the game of almost. Some of us are playing it even this week. The Bible's clear. There are no almost with God. There's no almost heaven. No almost where can we go. It's either heaven or hell. And so I'm asking you to reflect and don't let Pilate's tragedy be yours. No more almost.